After months of anticipation, indeed, all roads lead to España. Live from the University of Santo Tomas, Manila. One league, 8 universities, one stage. Gathered to shape character, sharpen discipline, and promote sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UAAP Season 88 Opening Ceremonies. Strength in motion, hope in action.
Pagbangon, lakas ng kahapon ang bitbit ko. Aking natatanaw ang bandila mula sa perlas ng silangan. Naririnig ko na ang trumpeta at hiyaw ng kabayanihan. Narito't saksi sa habag ng nakaraan ang Pilipinong maharlika. Halina, tayo tumayo, ilagay ang kamay sa dibdib at sabay na awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Araw ng sinag ang muling pagbangon sa bisig ng bukas. Nakaabang kaming lahat at naway bigyang lakas ang daang maliwanag sa mga alaala mo. Halina, itaas ang tinig sa panalangin sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo.
The University of Santo Tomas is the Catholic University of the Philippines adopting freedom of skill, which is an integral part of the nation's life. The tamburi is our indigenous and Filipino symbol for communal gathering and a religious call to action. We show our respect for our heritage in using this indigenous instrument, departing from foreign instruments such as trumpets. Tonight, Dominican friar Father Tommy Tianto OP plays the tamburi to signal the start of the ceremonies. For our opening production number, the renowned Salingawi dance troupe shares their prowess with hundreds of fellow Damasians in a performance that combines artistry with community.
Ladies and gentlemen, as all roads have led to España, we now welcome the athletes of UAAP Season 88. Flying from their nest at San Marcelino, the Adamson University Soaring Falcons.
Each UAAP school has sent their proud athletes to España tonight. These athletes are experiencing the Damnation welcome through the symbolic entry
Presenting
through the
Board of
Arch
Trustees
Centuries.
member, Father Daniel Franklin E. Pilario, CM, and Board of Managing Directors members, Father Aldrin R. Suwan, CM, and Father Rock Joseph Enriquez, CM. Let's go blue and white. Let's go win this fight.
Rising with excellence, Adamson University charges forward with fire in their hearts and steel in their wings.
Swooping in from Katipunan, the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles.
Ateneo de Manila University dominates the sky in blue and white, carrying passion and pride from Katipunan. A former NCAA founder, Ateneo joined the UAAP in 1974 and made history with a 5-peat in men's basketball from 2008 to 2012. Their swimming
Presenting
team
Board of
continues the
Trustees
legacy.
member, Father Roberto C. Yap, SJ, and Board of Managing Directors members, Mr. Emmanuel D. Fernandez and Miss Maria Jennifer Jade M. Saret. One big fight, Ateneo! Advancing from Taft Avenue, the De La Salle University Green Archers.
Bleeding with pride and burning with passion, De La Salle University stands tall in green and white. Fierce on the court and fearless in every arena, the Archers always rise to the challenge.
Presenting Board of Trustees member, Brother Bernard S. Oka, FSC. And Board of Managing Directors members, Mr. Emmanuel M. Calanog. And Mr. Edwin Teodoro C. Reyes. Animo Lasal! Charging all the way from Moraita, the Far Eastern University Tamaraws.
Fueled by heart and bursting with strength, Far Eastern University charges into every game with the courage of champions. Green and gold blaze through every court and field, a symbol of pride and relentless spirit.
Presenting Board of Trustees member, Mr. Juan Miguel R. Montinola. And Board of Managing Directors members, Mr. Mark Oliver Molina. And Mr. Antonio R. Montinola. Let's go, Tamaraws! Let's go! Barking in from Hawkson, the National University Bulldogs.
National University rises as one pack, howling with pride. The Bulldogs charge into every game with grit and unity, never backing down from the fight.
Presenting Board of Trustees member, Mr. Renato Carlos H. Ermita Jr. And Board of Managing Directors members, Dr. Rustico Camangyan. And Mr. Jose Nilo J. Ocampo. Gaining ground from Recto Avenue, the University of the East Red Warriors.
The University of the East stands tall after every battle, always ready for the next challenge. Warriors great in numbers, skill, and passion, they carry the fire of Recto with pride.
Presenting Board of Trustees member, Mr. Zosimo M. Batad, and Board of Managing Directors members, Mr. Leo Robert B. Viaja, and Mr. Wilson T. Young. Go fight red and white! Go, go, UE fight! Marching from Diliman, the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons.
Known for their fighting spirit, the University of the Philippines raises its fists to the sky, reaching new heights in knowledge and in sport. Maroon stands as the color of bravery and strength, embodying UP's proud heritage.
Presenting Board of Trustees member, Attorney Angelo A. Jimenez. And Board of Managing Directors member, Mr. Dolrich L. Perasol. UP fight!
of Santo Tomas carries the roar of champions from España to every game. Shining in black, gold, and white, the growling Tigers move with power and purpose. One of the original pillars of the UAAP since 1938, UST has carried its roar through decades of strength and tradition. In season 87, they claimed their 8th straight general championship and now proudly take on hosting duties for season
Board
88.
of Trustees member, Father Richard G. Ang OP. And Board of Managing Directors members, Father Rodel S. Cansancio, OP. And Miss Gilda Maria Paz R. Camus.
UST takes the helm of UAAP this year. As a founding member of the league, UST has long championed excellence and camaraderie among member schools. Tonight, UST's athletes emerge from the main building to proceed to the grandstand and open field. This evening's ceremonies are not just a chance to experience the Tamashan traditions, but also to highlight UST's collective achievements in sports, made possible through her generations of stellar athletes.
Eight universities have taken the stage and the field. Wishing the best to all the athletes who are participating this season. We also acknowledge all the men and women behind the country's premier collegiate league. Let's give a round of applause to the UAAP Board of Trustees and Board of Managing Directors. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Rector of the University of Santo Tomas and the Chairman of the UAAP Season 88 Board of Trustees, Very Reverend Father Richard G. Ang of the Order of Preachers.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Malugod namin kayong tinatanggap sa pamantasan ng Santo Tomas. Tonight, we gather for the highly anticipated UAAP Season 88 opening ceremonies, where as hosts, we are ready to set the stage for an epic season filled with strong competition and unforgettable moments, showcasing sportsmanship and camaraderie. It is also a time to get together to celebrate God's unending grace. Your presence, your thunderous roars, and your uplifting cheers bring the message of hope alive as we come together as one. And what better way to kick off the grand opening of UAAP Season 88 than by celebrating it the UST way. This season is like no other. We witness a vibrant countdown culminating in the lighting of the UST main building, illuminated in every school's colors and accompanied by their chants, a display of unity and pride. Earlier, we witnessed a grand parade of athletes. Later on, we will experience a historic torch relay, a display of fireworks, agape, and a hope concert featuring Tomasian artists. We invite you to experience the traditional Paskuhan spirit of coming together in the true essence of community and sharing. Adapted for this occasion, we will witness how colors, mottos, seals, and pep chants gently fade into the background, making way for what truly unites us under the banner of the UAAP. This is more than just a celebration. It is a promise that we rise higher when we stand together. Strength in motion, hope in action. It's more than just words. It's our anthem. As the lyrics of our season's theme song affirm, our bonds unbroken, souls align. The truest win is shared like wine. And that's the power of UAAP. So let's light up the field with our passion and play with hearts full of determination. This is our time to have strength in motion, hope in action. To all athletes out there, move, rise, illuminate, and shine.
The UAAP flag represents the hues of 8 universities and the values that hold them together: sportsmanship, discipline, and respect. Tonight, 8 icons of hope, from the University of Santo Tomas carry this flag. As it approaches the center stage, may this flag remind us that when we carry it together, hope moves us forward. The 8 icons of hope. His Eminence, Jose Cardinal Advincula, an icon of hope in faith and service. Miss Alice Eduardo, an icon of hope in nation building and enterprise. Architect Carmelo Casas, an icon of hope in sustainable architecture. Dr. Maria Rosario Vergere, an icon of hope in public health and service. Mr. Willie Layog, an icon of hope in culture and the arts. Christian Esguerra, an icon of hope in truth and responsible media. Coach Heidi Ong, an icon of hope in women empowerment in sports and athletics. Miss Karen Ibasco, an icon of hope in science and environment stewardship. Eight icons, one flag, one league, united in hope. From strength in motion, hope in action. Now witness the journeys that forge champions.
Every athlete walks a different road, but they all begin in an empty space with a hopeful heart. And to go farther is to face what stands in the way. Setbacks ask for reasons to stop. And there's the quiet decision after a miss. When the moment asks, where do you go from here? Remember where it began. Entering the halls of his alma mater, carrying nothing but the desire to be the best, and a family ready to support and show you the way. Before the whistle, the hopeful heart whispers. Again, routine, rhythm, consistency. Again for the dreams. Again with power. Again with determination. Until repeats become wins, leading to ultimate victory. Moving forward. One breath. One step. And one more brave again. And that is the journey of an athlete. Fueled with experience. Driven by hope.
Leading the oath of sportsmanship are athletes who have raised our flag high and represented our country on international sporting events. Jasmine Simpao, Sydney Olympic Games ranked 5 in 57 kg category, Taekwondo. Noelito Jose, SEA Games silver medalist, fencing. Ella Laure, Alas Pilipinas member, volleyball. Joshua Umandal, Alas Pilipinas member, volleyball. Miguel Caballero, Gilas Pilipinas member, basketball. Tatiana Mangin, 2024 World Taekwondo Junior Champion. Josh Ibanez, Alas Pilipinas member, volleyball. And Kent Jane Pastrana, Gilas Pilipinas member, basketball.
Fellow UAAP athletes, please raise your right hand. Together, let us commit to integrity and respect as we recite the oath of sportsmanship. As a UAAP athlete, I pledge to play every game with the highest regard for teamwork, camaraderie, and honor. I commit to rise after every defeat, to hone my competence with discipline, to act with compassion towards all my fellow athletes, and to manifest hope as we journey through this UAAP season. For the integrity of my sport, the pride of my university, and the glory of God.
The flame of hope, more than just a torch, is a living symbol of the Filipino spirit. Our hope burns brighter when shared, as strength multiplies when united. As this light travels through our champions, may it carry all the hopes and dreams of the athletes here today. Carrying the torch is Cherry Ann Rondina, volleyball.
From the arch of the centuries comes Cici Rondina. Her stellar performances in volleyball helped propel the sport to mainstream national consciousness. Four-time UAAP Beach Volleyball MVP and Season 81 Women's Volleyball MVP. Cici now joins the Philippine Women's Volleyball team. The torch relay draws inspiration from the Olympic torch relays, which symbolize peace, friendship, tolerance, and hope. Tonight, the torch will be held by 4 outstanding Kamasyan athletes who will run past the university's iconic landmarks.
The Flame of Hope is received by Jervy Cruz, basketball.
Next, from the historic main building is Jervy Cruz, a growling tiger through and through, UAAP MVP, and part of the UAAP Men's Basketball Champions team. Now in the Pro Leagues, he is a 4-time PBA champion and plays for the Basilan Viva Postmasters under the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
The Flame of Hope is passed to Sydney C. Judo.
Next, from the Cuatro Mundial Monument comes Sydney C., one of the UST's best judokas and the country's Sambo queen. An athlete, a leader. She is the chairperson of the International Sambo Federation Athletes Commission. She held the distinction of UAAP Rookie of the Year and is the women's heavyweight gold medalist in seasons 82 and 85.
Bearing the flame of hope is two-time Olympian EJ Obiena, pole vault.
Next, from the Carillion Bells comes Ernest John E.J. Obiena, our resident Tamashan Olympian. His excellence in pole vaulting has catapulted the sport to national consciousness. One of the world's top 5 and Asia's best in pole vaulting. EJ is a model for our country's next generation of athletes. The torch is now in its home stretch, with EJ Obiena bringing the flaming torch to the side of the stage where the silver cauldron awaits.
And aspirations of all the athletes this season and unite them in the spirit of sportsmanship and hope. I now declare the UAAP Season 88 officially open.
Cipriano returns home to his alma mater and provides the voice for the anthem of this season. The lead vocalist of Calla Lily, Kian is a graduate of UST's music program and is a multi-talented artist in music, acting, and music video directing.
Dreams ignite to dawn. We rise as one. Our fears withdrawn. The whistle call. The challenge starts. The victory lives in the willing heart. Hello! In every sky we lift the light. Excellence forged in the fight. Not for glory, but for the creed. To stand as allies, not rivals in need. Strength in motion, hope in action. Bonds unbroken, there's compassion. Heads will fly, souls fly. True is winning, shell like wine through sweat and grit. We claim our loud. But grace outweighs the fleeting crowd. Our rivals tumbles, we reach, we ride. For courage flows, for kindness light. With every foe we learn to mend. Excellence walks where rivals bend. Not for trophies, but for greed. To plant this seeds that outlast them. Faith in motion, hope in action. Bonds unbroken, there's compassion. Heads of love, controls in love. The truest winning, share like one through sweat and grit. We claim our name, champions of what enduring flame.
We would like to request the presence of a medic here at the sound booth. Once again, we would like to request the presence of a medic here at the sound booth.